Say the TV stand for tracks and vocals. You know this is easier than 1, 2, 3. You are now tuned in to Jus Swagg TV.
It's your boy, man, Dj Swagg, 2G's, what up, this goodness, man. I'm in the building. It's Jus Swagg TV DaBLOCK, man. And what's going down today, man? Y'all gotta see this, man. Exclusive interview with this R&B. I don't even want to put her in the category R&B. This lady, this young lady, has a soulful voice. She's been killing the market. You can catch her at Sound Capsule at iLounge, getting first place and taking all type of awards. She's doing her thing. She's making a name for herself. Areil Reign is in the building. Hey, how are you? Oh my God, it's so awesome to be able to have you here.
I like this.
Thank you, man. This is the block, you know.
Yes.
This is the block.
Yes. I like being on the block.
When I come back, I got Areil Reign. Hey, what's going on? Areil, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Man, welcome back. Jus Swagg TV DaBLOCK. We here with Areil Reign is in the building, man. It is so dope to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Where you from?
Chicago.
Really?
Yes.
The Windy City.
Yes.
Man.
You know they don't call it Windy City because it's windy, right?
Is it really windy there?
It can be.
All right.
But that's not what they call it. I think it was like a mayor or a governor or something with the last name Windy. So, or the first name. I don't know.
What is it about Chicago women that brings them to the South? You in the Midwest. What brings you to the South?
I think it's the warmth. It's pretty cold up there, you know. So that's why I came down here.
You miss out on the gang life.
How did I miss out on it?
Yeah.
Living in the suburbs. And my parents didn't really play that. Like, we couldn't go over people's houses. And I come from a very tight-knit family. And even, like, family friends, it's a very close-knit community. So I was very sheltered, actually, as a kid. Very sheltered, very protected, very church girl, Disney princess type growing up. Believed in fairy tales. Thought I had magical powers type childhood. So my childhood was actually pretty amazing. And I'm grateful.
What would your friends say about you back then?
I didn't have friends.
No friends at all?
No. I was
not one that you confided in.
Who did I confide in?
No, I'm just saying one friend that you confided in, somebody you hung around.
Actually, I would say that my friends ended up being my teachers or the adults in my life. I never really related to my peers when I was younger. But I think because I had hearing loss, it was hard to interact with other kids. Like, adults understand, like, hey, I can't hear you. Can you speak up? Can you repeat yourself? But kids will think you're annoying or weird. And I remember, like, my hearing aids used to feedback really bad. Like, when you put, like, a microphone close to a speaker. And so they would call me alien and all types of mean names and stuff. So I was very bullied. But I was happy, though. Outside of that, that was a lot of pain for me, though.
What is it about being a kid growing up in Chicago, South Side suburbs, you know, turning into worship leader at church? What was it about that kid that kind of stood out from all the other kids?
I feel like I have this light about me where I attract people. And I even did as a kid. I'm introspective. I'm observant. I like having conversations. I'm a creative. I love art. I love nature. I love connection. I love sharing with people. I love when people share with me. And so even despite all of that, even my bullies, sometimes we would sit down and have conversations for hours. But then when they got in front of other people, it was cool to be mean to me. So I think I was that kid that always wanted to learn and apply the knowledge that I acquired. And I think for me, that always has made me special. And I mean, I was always wearing something weird or, I don't know, singing a weird song or into like this kooky stuff. I was just like a really creative, artsy child and didn't have any shame. I would sing at the top of my lungs in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. Like, I remember one time there was a sub in the class, we were doing math, and I would sing and nobody would bother me. I'd be like, la, 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 la. She's like, be quiet, young lady. I'm like, why? Why do I have to be quiet while I'm doing math? It helps me focus. But yeah, I remember that. My teacher wasn't happy about that when she got back. But
What about boys? Did you ever get into boys when you were young? When you
No.
were in the worship leader?
No.
No rumors, anything like that in church?
No.
No kissing boys, no hitting no boys, no playing around with them at all?
Very much approved. Very much approved. That's what I'm saying. I didn't have any social interactions. Like, all my social interactions were like with older people. Yeah.
What did you learn as a worship leader going into it, putting away childish things?
Relationship with God. Like, I wouldn't say that, like, of course I've always been in church, but I'm not necessarily religious, very spiritual. And so worship always made me feel at home. Worship was when nobody wanted to play with me on the playground. I'd be on the swing set singing to God. Like, it was my way out of anything negative, anything bothering me. Yeah, worship is, it almost brings me to tears thinking about it, because I don't know who I'd be or where I'd be without worship, without my relationship with God, for sure. Yeah.
Going into your later years, teen years, what were you like as a teenager, high school? Did college ever become a question?
As a teenager, I was very driven. I still am driven, but I'm like, I'm going to do this. I was in like volleyball, soccer. I did theater. I was in key club. I was always in something, always trying my best to find where I fit, even though I knew I didn't have a place to fit, but I was still trying to find it. And as a teenager, I was very bold. Like, I would speak my mind, pretty like blunt. Felt like a lot of fun, trying to figure it all out, but very much a performer. Very much. I would sing for people at school. I remember in high school, I sang at the Black History program in front of the whole school, and people were like falling down the risers. They were just being so dumb. I have a video of it if you want to see it. But people were like falling down the risers and stuff. Yeah, and then when I went to college, oh, and in high school, I started to professionally sing. So like my junior and senior year, I would sing like the national anthems for like the local colleges around my area. And then when I got to college, I went to Columbia College, Chicago, and I started a band called The Contradictions. And we performed at the House of Blues. We did festivals and concerts. We won Battle of the Bands. And so music has very much been like the center of my life since I was little. I just started out and I've just kept going with it for sure.
Some people remember you from auditions from American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
So I was on Instagram one day and I got a DM from an American Idol producer, and they were like, "We want you to come audition for us." And so they invited me to VIP auditions. And so I had to go and audition in front of the producers and stuff. And they're like, "Okay, cool. We want you to go audition for the judges." And so then I went all the way to Wisconsin, auditioned for the celebrity judges, got the golden ticket, and went to Hollywood Week. Yeah, that's how it happened. It was one of the craziest, because you get a DM, you're like, wait a minute. But then you look up people's credentials, and I'm like, oh, holy crap, this is real. Yeah. So yeah, that was like one of the best experiences of my life. I made some really good connections, made a lot of good friends, and it was one of the most pivotal moments of my life, for sure.
All right, man. Look, when we come back, we got more with Areil Reign.
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented?
Cause I'm black.
Why you so amazing?
Cause I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out the Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.
Welcome back to Jus Swagg TV DaBLOCK, man. We are in the building with Areil Reign. Hey, Ariel, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, it's so dope being able to have you here. We've talked. If you missed the last segment, we talked about you finding, American Idol finding you, and
Yes.
your whole background on how you got into being a young worshiper,
Yes.
relationships,
Yeah.
or the lack thereof.
That's so shocking for people. I don't know.
People, I'm sure, wonder if you're in a relationship. Why? What is it about you and your focus with the industry right now that keeps you out of relationships?
I guess I'm not a person that's seeking it. You know, like if it finds me, sure. But I think your energy just kind of has to be open for that kind of stuff. And so I don't know if my energy is saying cuff me. I don't know if that's my energy is saying let's interview, let's network, let's sing some songs, let's produce. That's my energy right now. So
Areil Reign, her voice is different. You don't sound like the typical singer.
yeah.
Why?
I would attribute that to, well, one, I have hearing loss. So the way that I hear music is probably a lot different than most people. Two, my voice is really raspy. And I've had to learn how to maneuver in that. And three, I mean, when God gives something, it just is what it is. So I don't know if I have a direct answer. It's just me.
You say you have hearing loss?
I do in both ears.
How did that happen?
I was born with it. So I have bilateral sensorineural hearing loss. Bilateral means both ears. Sensorineural is the condition itself. And then the hearing loss is apparently, I just can't hear like everyone else. And it's moderate. And I was born with it. And I got hearing aids when I was 5. And so I'm 23 now. So I've been wearing hearing aids for a nice amount of time. And I remember when I got my first pair of hearing aids, I told my mom, I looked at her and I said, Mom, I have superpowers. Because I could hear through the walls. I could hear the doctor in the room with the next patient. And I thought that I could hear better than everybody else. I didn't know I had hearing loss. It wasn't anything in my mind that told me anything was wrong with me. And so I don't consider it a disability or something that hinders me. If anything, it launches me. It shows me that miracles happen. Because when I was born, the doctor said that I wouldn't be able to survive with this condition. And my dad said they found out when I was around 4, and that each year I lost a certain amount of hearing. He said he prayed one day, and he said, Lord, please don't take my daughter's hearing. And it just stopped and leveled out, and it's been level ever since. So I didn't lose all my hearing. So I know that God has a purpose and a plan for me. I don't think that was by mistake or accident. So yeah.
Is that the type of life that you're ready for? I mean, I'm sure it gets worse than that once you get into the industry.
Yeah, I'm ready for it now. I don't think I was then. I think I was shocked. But I wouldn't be shocked now. If I went on TV today, I would not be shocked. I would be prepared to be tired, honestly. Yes, you are. But the excitement keeps you. Like when you're doing something you love, it doesn't feel like work. It feels amazing. It's great. It's like, lights, cameras, action. And then the people. The best part about American Idol was the people. That's the reason I was suggesting. I met so many people that made me want to increase my artistry just to be excellent. Like, just being around all that music and from different places. You got Louisiana, Miami, West Coast, East Coast. That was cool. Yeah. So.
How did you feel when they told you that you weren't selected?
You know what's funny? They told us we weren't selected, but the judges were like across. They were like pretty far away from the stage. And it was Lionel Richie that told us actually. And he stepped away from the mic, so I couldn't hear anything. But when they told us to go out on the stage, we weren't allowed to talk or like move or anything, so I just had to stand there. So we came off stage and I asked somebody, I was like, wait, what happened? They were like, yeah, we didn't make it. I was like, what? I was like, because you got to think it was like 10 of us in a row. So some people did, some people didn't. So I didn't know what my verdict was until I got off the stage. So I probably was just standing there like I could hear people. So yeah, I guess that was like pretty shocking. But I was like, what? No way. Yeah.
Were you set off? Did it give you some type of energy to probably go on? Did you want to quit?
Oh, I don't think I had any emotions in the moment. I think I was in shock. Like, you know, like when you're in shock and you're just like processing, I was in the processing moment. I think all my emotions probably came after once I got home. But I like stayed in LA for like a week, networking and stuff.
So now Areil Reign is in Atlanta and she's doing her thing. I seen you on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
That's where I met you. And it's been dope having you in the DJ artist room. Shout out to DJ Punch. What is it like shopping yourself as an artist again? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, putting yourself out there, knowing that you have the talent to kind of have a standing ovation at any moment.
Man, that's a deep question, Swag. Hold on. I think I am living my best life. That's what I think. It's very humbling. I'm very grateful. I have a lot of gratitude. I have no regrets. I feel like my life has prepared me for times such as this. And, you know, Clubhouse is where I won Clubhouse Got Talent, and I got a TV show, a whole distribution deal. So I have my own TV show, and that's led to so many opportunities. So I love Clubhouse. I took a break from it for a while, though. I'm like, there's too many people on here. I don't know what's going on. But I ended up reconnecting, and then I hopped in your room, and then I met you. You know what I mean? There's just a whole world of opportunity that's opened up. And so I'm grateful. I'm keeping my energy up. And it's just different when you know you're meant to do something. So, yeah.
What's next for Areil Reign? What does she want to do?
What's next for me? I want to travel the world and share my voice. Whatever that looks like.
Is it a voice or is it a message?
Voice, message, energy, whatever you want to call it. But I want to travel the world and share my gift, share myself. I want to connect with people. I want to make the world a better place. I want to spread love, kindness, and joy. I want to be the bright side of music. I want when people hear me or to see me that they're in the expectation that they're going to feel better. That's what I want to do.
I seen you perform at Sound Capsule at iLounge.
Mm-hmm.
You performed a record called So Close. What does that song mean? How did you come up with that song?
So I wrote that after American Idol because I was really heartbroken with the results. And I wanted to break up with myself. I got so mad at me. And at one point I was blue. I'm like, dang, like, are you going to let this go? Like, we got stuff to do, Ariel. Like, you know what I mean? And I wasn't letting it go. It was like I was speaking to my inner self. And so I started writing the lyrics. Are you always going to leave me when things get hard? And that hit me really hard. And so the song is about not breaking up with yourself in the midst of your failure. And then I wrote it in a way that it could be about any relationship, not breaking up with your significant other when things get hard or you don't like it, or parents, relationships. It's just about being there, staying present in the midst of something hard. Because there's green on the other side, for sure.
Obviously, there's green on the other side.
Right. There's green on the other side. You can see I love green, okay? I love green.
So is that your favorite color?
No.
Okay, what's your favorite color?
Pink.
No one would ever know.
I know. Well, okay, it's pink and green. I've loved pink for so many years. I don't think I could just be like, that's it. I think I'm a little too loyal. So I'm saying pink and green, both. But I can't just be like green. It just doesn't feel right.
So now you're putting yourself out there as an artist. I see you with management, people around you. Shout out to Terrell.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Mama here. You know what I'm saying? She in the back. She always here, the squad.
Yeah.
What is it about getting management or a squad around you that makes you more of an artist? You know what I'm saying? When did you decide that you needed a team?
When it got too much for me. Like, when you're an independent artist, like, you're a manager, you're marketing, you're connecting, you're networking, you're putting it out, you're doing the TuneCore, oh my God, music videos. Like, there's so much going on. And I'm like, you know what? I need to sync my calendar now because it's too much. I have this, that. So I need a team so I can be the best I can be. It's not just me. It's impossible to do this alone. It wouldn't work. I don't think anybody that we see that's big, they have about at least 100 people behind them. I'm going to say at the least. Like those big old concerts, there's thousands of people. Every little intricate piece. So you got to think, like when you do an album or a single, you have the single cover, the distribution, the copywriting, all the business behind it. You need people. So that's why I needed a team. I'm like, ooh, because that's ghetto. I cannot. I can't do it by myself. No way.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration is me, definitely. And I know that sounds like, what? But no, like I remember Matthew McConaughey gave a speech. He won an Oscar. And he said, my biggest inspiration is myself 10 years from now. And that always stuck with me. Like who I'm going to be in 10 years is my biggest inspiration. And so that's why I'm putting in the work that I'm putting in. I would say that I'm also inspired by my mother, my grandmother, my father, the people that came before me that paved the way. All their sacrifices, a lot of them had to put their dreams on hold so we could have what we had. And I really, 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 in this lifetime, want to make them proud. And so that's what drives me, for sure.
What can people look forward to with Areil Reign for the upcoming year?
So I'm dropping an album this year. I'm very excited about that. It should be out before the summer.
Already?
Yes, some music videos, some really big performances. I might do something for Christmas. The second season of my TV show. And many, many more surprises. I feel like you're going to see a lot more of me on social media, content creation, interviews, connections, and really nice shared experiences. I just want to share. So that's what you can expect from me.
All right. Areil Reign, it's been a pleasure having you here today. This has definitely been dope. Getting to know you and for the world to get to know you. Some last words to people.
So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this interview. I hope that we can connect. You can follow me at Areil Reign Music on Instagram, TikTok. You can visit my website, www.areilreign.com, for all my music and media. You can check out my TV show on KP Media TV Network. That's also on my website. And feel free to reach out to me. I really love connecting with people. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it.
It's Jus Swagg TV DaBLOCK.
Are your arms okay?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy DJ Swagg, aka you know who I am, man. Areil, it has definitely been dope having you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really enjoyed. You asked some really good questions. And I hope you guys got to know me.
Definitely got a chance to know you, man. Make sure y'all go follow her, man. Right now, Areil Reign Music. She's definitely gonna be doing her thing. Y'all gonna hear more from her. And we got a performance today, right?
Yes.
Oh man, what are you performing today?
So close.
Oh
my single is out everywhere.
Hey man, y'all gonna get a chance to check her out, man. So look, man, definitely been dope. Thank you for the interview. Stay tuned for the performance. If you haven't seen it, if you're gonna see it, if you already seen it, man, thank y'all so much, man. Continue share, man. Continue to support her. She's definitely going to the top, man. Yes. Thank you so much for coming to Jus Swagg TV.
It's no problem. Thank you for having me. Thank you guys.
Hey man, always take the block with you.
Okay.
Standing so close, yet 1,000 miles apart. Holding hands, but you won't look me in my eyes. Tears fall on empty words and half-written text. Do you even love me? Runs all through my head. And I cry to the sound of your empty beating heart. And I try so hard
Hey y'all, it's your girl Areil Reign. I was just on Jus Swagg TV DaBLOCK. Thank you guys so much for having me. I hope you enjoy. You can definitely follow me at Areil Reign Music on Instagram, TikTok. You can hit up my website, www.areilreign.com, to check me out, stream songs, do whatever. Thank you guys so much. I hope you really enjoy.